Close your eyes for a second. Now imagine someone yells, "Surprise!" You open them, and you're instantly standing in the middle of a chaotic party. In that exact fraction of a second, your brain takes in a massive flood of data. You are simultaneously processing the shift from dark to bright light, recognizing the specific faces of your family and friends, sorting through overlapping noises, and registering a sudden physical spike of joy. But you don't actually feel like you're processing a dozen different data streams. You just experience a single unified moment. This seamless perception hides a difficult reality for anyone building a new product or space. If we only design for that one unified moment, we overlook the complex machinery that actually makes the experience work. In his book, Design for How People Think, cognitive scientist John Whalen breaks down this exact problem right in the first chapter. Whalen's research shifts our focus away from digital screens and physical stores, locating the customer experience where it actually unfolds, inside the human mind. This graphic illustrates the 6 minds of experience. 5 are active, real-time processors: vision and attention, wayfinding, language, decision-making, and emotion. But the final slice, memory, acts as an invisible baseline, dictating behavior before a user ever taps a button. When designers think about memory, they often picture a hard drive, a literal video playback of historical events the user has experienced. Memory is actually much looser than that. It functions more like a collection of abstract blueprints, or schemas. These are deeply ingrained mental models that we use to intuitively navigate new situations, without having to overthink them. Take the extremely automatic routine of eating at a standard fast food restaurant like McDonald's. When you walk through the doors, your memory immediately loads up a specific set of expectations. You know you need to join a queue, verbally place your order at a register, and then stand off to the side to wait for a plastic tray. Now, imagine you walk into a modernized test location, and instead of standing by the counter, you're handed a numbered tent, told to sit down, and a waiter brings your meal directly to the table. Even though having your food brought to you is objectively a higher level of service, it feels completely jarring. It directly violates the preloaded blueprint of how you expect that specific space to operate. A massive portion of what we do, whether clicking through a smartphone app or navigating the aisles of a grocery store, is driven by these unseen stereotypes and internal anticipations. In fact, user behavior relies heavily on these base assumptions. People act on what they expect to see, rather than the actual light hitting the back of their retinas in that exact moment. This means designers are never working with a blank slate. Every single customer arrives carrying a rigid set of instructions for how the world should work. If you want to build modern products efficiently, you cannot fight or attempt to retrain a user's memory. You have to intentionally harness it. There is a tactical advantage to activating a concept that is already in someone's head. If you mirror the universal, expected steps of a standard e-commerce checkout flow, you bypass a massive cognitive hurdle. The business result is immediate. As Whalen notes, product teams get an intuitive interface essentially for free because the user expends zero mental effort figuring out how things work. You don't need heavy tutorials or onboarding screens to force success. By relying on a user's existing memory, you skip past their natural skepticism. The interface behaves exactly as they predicted, and that consistency establishes immediate trust. Successful design requires mapping the internal architecture of the customer's mind. It involves identifying the blueprints already in place and building to match them. Great design does not force a user to expend energy creating new memories. It just effortlessly aligns with the ones they already possess.